Hello everyone, just here again, Tom, with the next video, which is going to be, as promised, stamps on Roland Garros, the French Open tournament. So there's not too many, so it should be quite a short video today. The French Open obviously is coming up on the 18th of May for qualifying, and it starts officially the main draw on the 24th of May. And the women's finals will be on the 6th of June and the men's on the 7th of June. Carlos Alcaraz, who won it last year, unfortunately is not defending his title because of the injury to his wrist. And Coco Gauff, who won the ladies, will be defending her title. They're planning on doing some new stuff at the French Open, I believe, this year. And so there's a little link that I'm hoping to put in the comment section, which takes you to the French Open site with the updates that they're going to be doing, and it's for the players specifically. They'll have their own sort of areas where they're not getting annoyed by cameramen and TV like they were on the Australian Open one, which was quite bad, I thought. So yes, I'll put that on. It'll just be to the updates on the French Open, and we'll get into the stamps that I have in the collection. And hope you enjoy them. So the first French Open was played in 1891, and it can be termed as the first French Open tournament. It was only open to members of the French club and was played at Stade Français. The French Open was shifted to Stade Roland Garros in 1928, which was built. The stadium was built in honour of Roland Garros, a French fighter pilot who was killed during the Great War. The stamps that you'll see are all to do with the centenary of the tournament in 1991, and we have sheets as well as individual stamps, and we have one first day cover. So we'll start off with the sheets. There's a ladies sheet of the last, not the last 9, sorry. There's a ladies sheet with 9 women players who have won it, and a sheet of 9 male players who have won it as well. So we'll start off with the ladies ones. The Ivory Coast was the country that produced this sheet of 9 stamps. The ladies set of 9 is this one here, and it was brought out on the 24th of May 1991 to mark the centenary of the tournament, the French Championships. There are various things on the side margins that you can see here, and the men's one this is the men's sheet of 9 stamps, and I'll just put some pictures up and give you a couple of details on them. So as you can see on the ladies singles champion sheet, there is Suzanne Lenglen, who won it 6 times, Helen Wills Moody, who won it 4 times between 1928 and 32, Simone Mathieu, who won it twice, Maureen Connolly, who also won it twice, Françoise Deur, won it once in 1967, Margaret Court, who is an Australian player, won it 5 times between 1962 and 1973, Chris Evert won it 7 times, Martina Navratilova won it twice, and Steffi Graf won it 6 times. So these are the players in order. You can also see on the left-hand side that it has the French Open logo with Roland Garros in it. It has an FIT logo, which is Fédération Internationale de Tennis, which is ITF, and the coq for Le Coq Sportif. And on the ladies one, you'll see the ladies cup, which is the Suzanne Lenglen Cup, and this is what the ladies would be presented with at the final if they won. And as you can see on the men's sheet of 9 stamps, they have Henri Cochet from France, who won it 5 times, René Lacoste, also from France, who won it 3 times, and Jean Perotra from France, who won it twice. Now these 3 people are known as the Musketeers for the French country of France. The next one is Donald Budge, which is USA, Marcel Bernard, who's from France, Ken Rosewall from Australia, he won it twice, 1953 and 1968, and Rod Laver, who's also Australia, won it twice in 1962 and 1969. Bjorn Borg is also on this stamp from Sweden, and he won it 6 times from 74, 75, 78, 79, 80 and 81. And the last person on there again is a French person, Yannick Noah, who won it in 1983. So there's quite a few French men have won this competition. So on the stamps at the side, you'll also see Le Coq Sportif, the FIT logo, the Roland Garros logo, and you'll also see it's a different cup on these stamps, and that is the cup that's presented to the male winner of the French Open, and that is the Coupe de Mousquetier, which is the Musketeers Cup. That's what the men's one's called. So these sheets of ladies and men 9-person stamps were produced for the centenary of the French Open in 1991. So these 2 sheet sets of the 9 ladies and 9 men's are really nice stamps. They're very nice colours, pastel colours, artwork wise, really good artwork, and I quite like them. I think they're very nice stamps. Also produced in 1991 is this stamp from the Republic of Benin. And this is not a particular person as such, not a particular player. So this was issued in 1991. Again, it's to mark the 100th anniversary of the French Open Championships. It was issued in January, and the face value is 125 West African CFA, so that's francs. So CFA is African Financial Community, or Community Financial CFA, whatever that is in their language. And it was designed by Sylvain Gansu. He was a stamp designer known for his work in designing postage stamps for the African nation of Benin. He did these between 1976 and 2013. And he's listed as one of the designers specializing in stamps for this region. So again, on this one, you'll see the ITF logo, which is FIT in their acronym in their language. And the player kind of looks like Pete Sampras, but I don't believe it is. I just think it's a stylized player that they've had drawn by the artist, the designer. But it's quite a nice stamp. If you've ever looked at the posters that were advertising the French Open tournament, they're all designed specifically for that particular year. And in the centenary year of 1991, there was a poster designed by an artist called Juan Miro. And this is what the poster looked like. So here is the stamp that was produced, and you'll see that it is the poster that was designed in 1991, and you'll see that it was a limited edition. The poster, was a limited edition of 2000. The artwork that you see on this stamp and the poster was actually created in 1981, and the Catalan artist was Joan Miró, as I've said before, and it evoked the sense of tennis. He was known for his features of an abstract, vibrant style, and so he was selected to do the poster. Well, sorry, his artwork that he designed in 1981 was commissioned for the French Open poster. So because the actual artwork was produced in 1981, the permission of his family were actually requested for the French Open to use it on 1991, as he had actually passed away, and it was posthumously agreed by the family that they could use it for the poster. There was a stamp issued by the Wallis and Futuna, which are Polynesian French island territory in the South Pacific. And this is the stamp. Again, I'll put up a better picture than this you can have a look at. But this is actually one stamp. So it's a very large elongated stamp. It's 8 centimeters. It has all these players, as you can see on it. And Wallis and Futuna Islands, I'll put up a little picture where they are in the South Pacific. And the stamp itself, so this was 5 sketch type drawings of players along the length of the stamp, which again I said was 8 centimeters long. The players from left to right, you can see, are in various styles of clothing for the time. So the first one on the left would be, I think, considered to be a representation of the French player Suzanne Lenglen, or Lenglen. This is the sort of movement style that she had, was always considered an artistic, graceful person when she was playing tennis. And once again, this stamp was created for the centenary of 1991. So the artist on that stamp was Claude Andriotto. He was a French stamp engraver, born in Paris in 1949, and he started engraving stamps in 1974. He liked to use classic images and superimpose scientific illustrations. He did calligraphy and other non-contemporary sort of styles when he was doing his design of the stamps. Again, this is a really nice stamp, but quite a large one. You don't generally see them that large. If you remember the Brazilian player Gustavo Kuerten, I showed you the doll that I have of him in my dolls video, which I did a few issues ago. So Brazil brought out a stamp with him on that, which is this one here. And it was a miniature sheet, because you can see the actual stamp. This is just the stamp here, this little square. But this is a sheet with that stamp on it. And they also brought out a first day cover. So that's that one there. Again, I'll put up closer pictures you can have a look at. So with the stamp, as I say, it was a sheet with the one stamp on it. Gustavo won the French Open singles 3 times, and you can see on here on the stamp it says Tricampeado de Roland Garros. So that's Tricampeado in English is 3-time champion. And he won it in 1997, 2000 and 2001. So it features him with the Eiffel Tower in the background, Curtin's toothy smile and colourful clothes, because he used to wear quite a lot of colourful clothes. And the first day cover was brought out, as you can see, to commemorate that as well. So Gustavo was affectionately known as Guga, and he was a national icon in Brazil. and the stamp recognised his role for bringing prominence to tennis in the country of Brazil. The artist who drew the artwork for that is Romero Cavalcanti, and he was born in Itabiana, which is a municipality located in the northeastern region of Brazil. And he's quite a well-known illustrator and has had several quite high-end exhibitions of his artwork. So he designed that. Okay, so as I said, there's not too many stamps for the French Open, but I hope you enjoyed having a look at them anyway. If you're going to watch it, hopefully it'll be on a reasonable time for you. Living in Australia, of course, we don't get it till very late at night, towards the early hours of the morning, so it's the same as Wimbledon. Generally, I end up putting some sort of sleeping equipment in the lounge so that I can watch it, because I invariably will fall asleep. But I will be watching the French Open, so looking forward to it. Once again, thanks for looking at my short little videos. I'm quite enjoying doing these, and I'm hoping you are enjoying them as well, and keep on having a look at them. Subscribe if you want to get notified when I put up the next one. As yet I haven't decided which one I'm going to do, but that's as it is for me. I'll just have a look at the collection and think, oh yeah, that'll be interesting for them, and I'll get on to it. So other than that, keep well, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.